Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brother Reynolds Field here in Newport, Rhode Island, where the Salve Regina Seahawks are set to take on the Bison from Nichols College in Game 2 of a doubleheader here in Newport. Hello again, I am Andrew Pizzelli, bringing you the call here this afternoon. The Seahawks are 17-13 on the season, 6-5 in the CCC. Nichols 18-14, 5-6 in the CCC. The Seahawks have grabbed the number 4 spot after beating the Bison here just a short while ago in Game 1. On the mound will be Jack DeCenzo for the Bison to face Madden Ward to start things off. And I'd like to welcome into my broadcast now my good friend Chris Ryan. Chris, how you doing here this afternoon? And what do you think about this matchup?
Hey Andrew, how's it going? Not too bad first game. Salve came out pretty strong offensively. 2 home runs, one from Zach Smith, one from Madden Ward. Questionable third, could have been third home run by Sean O'Malley, called a ground rule double by the umpires, but no, every hitter in the Salve lineup is seeming to make contact every at bat, so stronger, I should say, than Nichols in the first game. We'll see about the second one here.
They'll have to deal with DeCenzo, who's 3-1 on the year, 3.60 ERA. That one cut on and missed by Ward, so he goes down swinging to start things off for Salve. That'll bring up Dylan Ketch. Seahawks batting first here, even though this game is being played at Brother Reynolds Field. This was supposed to be an away game up in Dudley back on Saturday, but it got bopped around on the schedule a couple of times because of the weather, and then with the Bison's field being unplayable, they came here to Newport instead. As you said, the Seahawks had it rolling in Game 1. 12-2 the final. Ketch will take a strike here. Count is 0-1. On the ground, too short. Fielded there and lobbed onto first, but it's going to be short and not in time. Heenan not able to get it to Bouchard in time, so Ketch is aboard.
Yeah, and Ketch making powerful contact all year long. More of a contact hitter, I'd say, than a power hitter, but can show some power and some opportunities.
And I'm sure you love getting your catcher batting .383. Dylan played the field his first 2 years, and this year moved behind the dish.
Always a bonus when the catcher's hitting.
Showing bunt is Zach Smith. And I'd expect that Smith is going to want to swing the bat.
An unreal last season for Zach Smith thus far.
He had that just one insane week. The stats were just off the charts. He hits this one up the middle, through the gap into center. Ketch thought about heading to third, forced the throw from center from Asenza to cut that off. Just a single for Smith, and that advances Ketch. And the Seahawks have runners at first and second with 1 out. Now for Sean O'Malley, who, as you said, was robbed of a home run. The officials ruled it a ground rule double in Game 1, but that ball was hammered some 350 feet.
And these fences here at Brother Reynolds aren't 350 feet. I hate to tell you.
Not at the corners, for sure. Here's the pitch. Knock foul. O'Malley batting .250 on the year. 16 hits, 4 doubles, 1 home run. DeCenzo winds and deals. That one down in the dirt. And taking off for second and third are Smith and Ketch.
Seahawks threatening. The top of the first.
1 out. Count 1-1 to O'Malley. Here's the pitch. That went too far inside. Count 2-1. DeCenzo winds and delivers. Chopped on the ground, and that one will get through into center field. And that'll score both runners. 2-run single for O'Malley. And the Seahawks jump on top.
And it seems like they picked up where they left off at the end of the first game there.
As you said, making contact on everything.
As head coach Eric Sorello would say, hit it hard somewhere. And they have shown that they're able to do that today.
Another ball down in the dirt, and O'Malley will scoot in to second. One out, one on for Salve. Already quickly leading 2-0 here in the top of the first. DeFusco, the batter here. DeCenzo glanced back at O'Malley and now delivers home. Check swing from DeFusco. And O'Malley looked like he was trotting over to third, but they're going to say this was a foul ball. That one went off the bat, so O'Malley will have to go back. One and one the count with 1 out. DeCenzo. The pitch. And that one's fouled off by DeFusco. Count 1-2. And the wind starting to pick up here at Brother Reynolds. Blowing towards the outfield. They've been very calm and very warm earlier, but as the afternoon has waned on, it is gotten colder. That pitch too far inside. Count 2-2. And even though this is a CCC game, the conference had moved to full 9-inning games for doubleheaders. These teams are just playing 2 7-inning games here this afternoon. That one down and away as well, and the count is full, 3-2 to DeFusco.
Yeah, it could have been a timing issue. might not have been able to get enough sunlight.
And also with it being the middle of the week, I mean, I'm sure, like you said, timing trying to get kids out of class.
That too.
Ball down in the dirt, and a walk for DeFusco, so there's 2 on with 1 out. I mean, a 1:30 weekday start is one of the earlier ones that I've ever seen for a non-holiday. I'm sure the players wouldn't mind starting at noon on a weekday, get out of class, but...
And they did a good job working on the field as well.
Yeah, this field was not playable
Come a couple hours ago.
And this one skips away from Deschardins. And that advances the runners. Second and third again with 1 out now for Tristan Dacey. And he will take that for a strike. Dacey hits it in the air, but foul down the left field line and out onto the grounds of Chateau Samer. Count 1-2. Hard hit and bobbled at short. Slung on to first for one, but the Seahawks tack on another run. It's 3-0 now with 2 outs and DeFusco at third for Colton Aremian. Aremian batting .226 on the year. 19 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run. And he takes a strike here. Aremian, a captain and a senior, hits this one in the air to right field, but foul. And he's quickly behind 0-2. Aremian, one of 7 seniors on the Seahawks squad.
We'll see what he can do with 2 strikes.
He'll take up high.
Very common 0-2 pitch in D3 baseball.
Trying to go high just see if you can get him to chase.
Always trying to get him to chase in that 0-2 pitch. Don't want to throw anything in the zone.
Chase is down low this time, and Deschardins slings on to first to get Aremian, but the Seahawks, damage is done. 3 runs on 3 hits here in the top of the first. They lead 3-0. We head to the bottom half of the frame with the Bison due up to bat. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field, bottom of the first. Bison batting here because technically they're the home team in this matchup at Reynolds Field. Mike Matthews on the mound for Salve, 3-1 on the year and a 5.14 ERA. He's got 43 strikeouts. Second on the Seahawks squad behind Pat Maybach, who has 49. And he delivers here for a strike. Seahawks with catch behind the plate. O'Malley at first, Ciesco at second, Betts at third, Ward in short, and then the outfield, Colton Aremian in the left, DeFusco in center, and Zach Smith, as always, in right field. One and one the count here to the leadoff man, Parent, for the Bison. The 1-1 in there for a strike. Parent batting .333 on the year. 25 hits, a double, a triple, and a home run. This one on the ground, grabbed by Betts. He fires onto O'Malley in time for the out. That brings up Asenza.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Matthews curveball today. Really, when it's on, it's on. Really dominating pitch.
Comes to a fastball there and blows it right by Asenza. Swing and a miss. Comes right back to it. Same result. Quickly ahead 0-2. So you're telling me this is going to be a fastball up high? 0-2 count?
More likely than not. Or something out of the zone. Happens to be a curveball. Nothing in the zone. Usually a fastball up high, but...
Popped up, drifting into foul territory. And a catch is made by Ward. All right, on the line. And there's quickly 2 down. Bouchard now to face Matthews. That one skips away for a ball.
A little bit of a shift here from the Seahawks. You can see Madden Ward's almost directly up the middle. Jack Betts shaded more towards shortstop.
As a hitter, do you see a shift and think, great, this is a chance for me to pull it the other way and really make them pay, or do you get mad that it's almost like, come on, go play where you're supposed to be playing?
I mean, I'd almost be indifferent about it because they know you're hitting 85-90% of your balls to that side of the field. You're pulling every pitch you get. So, I mean, as long as they pitch them right, get them to fall into the shift, and it should be all right.
Well, 4 straight balls from Matthews, really staying away from Bouchard. And he will take first. And now, Bison's biggest bat in their lineup, Nakari. And coming into today, Christian Nakari led the Bison in average RBI and runs. 348 on the year, 39 RBI, and 32 runs scored. Works here with 2 outs. And he takes a strike from Matthews. There's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses up high. Count 1-1. The pitch from Matthews. Cut on and missed. And that evens the count, 2-2. pitch. Check swing. They're going to ask if he went. And I say that Nakari did not go. Count now full 3-2 with 2 outs. And a runner Bouchard at first for Nichols. The pitch. Hit in the air, a little bloop. Moving back is Ciesco, and he makes the grab. That retires the side. So the Seahawks hold the Bison scoreless in the bottom of the first. They strand 1. Seahawks still lead 3-0. We head to the top of the second. Do up for Salve, Betts, Ciesco, and Ward. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Top of the second, Salve Regina leading 3-0. Betts off the first pitch, hammers it to right field, but it's caught for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out for DeCenzo here in the top of the second.
Many hitters in the Seahawks lineup showing they can make contact early in this one.
That was the case last game as well. Breaking ball inside on Ciesco. This one fouled off by Anthony Ciesco. Count 1-1. Here comes the pitch from DeCenzo. This one hit into the gap just over the reach of the second baseman, Cormier. And that'll be a base hit for Ciesco. As you said, Chris, all these Seahawks batters making contact. Back to the top of the order, Madden Ward now with 1 out and 1 on. And he'll take a ball. Ward 0 for 1.
Big part of the Seahawks offense in the first half of this doubleheader. The 3-run home run.
First career for Madden Ward. Seahawks had 3 home runs in that game. Well, we think they had 3 home runs. Should have been 3 home runs. Ward hits this one foul.
Hit and run attempt there.
Zach Smith went deep. Ward went deep. We talked about it. O'Malley went deep, but the officials as you said, this fence here at Reynolds, it's a see-through fence. And the officials saw the ball bounce, but everyone in the outfield started celebrating, and the officials on the infield signaled ground rule double. And nothing you can do about that if that's what the officials say. It's just unfortunate. It didn't cost the Seahawks anything. They ended up scoring the run anyways. And obviously pulling away.
Yeah, we have our broadcasting, but officials don't have any sort of replay to turn to in those cases, which is unfortunate.
Fouled off there by Ward. Count is 1-2. I'm going to check over on Tiesko. He dives back to the bag safe. A 1-2 count to Madden Ward. DeCenzo delivers home. Tiesko running into second is going to be safe. Cormier not able to hold on to the ball. So stolen base for Tiesko. His 7th of the year. Two count now to Ward. The pitch. Down in the dirt. The pitch home. And that looked like it hit Ward, but I'm going to say he didn't make an effort to get out of the way. Are they going to call that a strike? They're going to call it a strike. Wow. Ward reacted like he was going to first base. And instead, he takes a strike, and there's 2 down for Dylan Ketch.
Strike on what seemed to be an inside pitch. Looked like it might have got a piece of Ward, but
Seahawks didn't put up too much of an argument. Big swing and a miss here from Ketch. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses down low. And inside, count 1-1. On the ground and foul right off the side of the first base dugout. Waking up a few of the Bison that are in there. Both dugouts not as lively so far here in this game as they were in game 1.
think they're getting cold?
Probably. Pitch inside. Count 2-2. Decent amount of fans, too, for the Seahawks here at Reynolds Field, given that it's a weekday game. Here on April 23rd. Seahawks pretty much close to winding up the regular season. Count will be full, 3-2 to Dylan Ketch with 2 outs. And a runner, Ciesco, taking his lead at second. Pitch. Down and away, ball 4. So the inning will continue. And here comes Zach Smith. More than capable of delivering some more runs here for Salve. Smith batting .442 on the year. He scored 33 runs, 53 hits, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 8 home runs.
What a way to go out in your baseball, D3 baseball career. What a way to go out in your senior year.
Having a monster season. Certainly going to be a candidate for the Seahawks Male Athlete of the Year award. And definitely going to have consideration for Player of the Year in the CCC. Takes a strike here. Count is 1-1. The pitch. Outside. It's not a bad strategy to try and pitch away from Zach Smith. Even though you don't want to load the bases here. You don't want to give him anything over the middle of the plate to hit. Here's the 2-1. That one hit on the ground, too short. Gobbled there and flung on to first in time for the out. So DeCenzo gets Smith to ground out. That ends the inning. The Seahawks strand 2. 1 hit in the inning. Due up in the bottom of the second, Anderson, Cormier, and Heenan for the Bison. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Andy Pizzelli alongside Chris Ryan bringing you the call. Seahawks leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Matthews delivers a strike to Chris Anderson. Count 1-1. 1-2 count now. And down goes Anderson. First strikeout for Matthews.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 pitches of that at bat. That dominant curveball from Matthews. Seems like he's gotten settled into the groove here in the second inning.
Cormier batting now. Stares at a curveball and will take it for a strike. Fouled off by Cormier. Count 0-2. The 0-2 from Matthews. Fouled off again. Cut on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Matthews. Trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning for the Bison. He'll face Heenan now. Matthews kicks and deals for a strike. Working quickly, the 0-1 inside. Count 1-1. That pitch just barely missing. Count 2-1. The 2-1. Up and inside. That one having to duck out of the way was Heenan. Count 3-1 now. Another pitch inside. And that's a walk for Heenan. With 2 outs. And now the catcher, Desjardins. Breaking ball in there for a strike. One misses up high. Count 1-1. That one in there for a called strike. Count 1-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The runner Heenan at first for the Bison.
Seahawks still leading 3-0.
Matthews with a long look in for the sign, and Heenan calls for time. Excuse me, Desjardins. Matthews kicks and deals. And that's cut on and missed by Desjardins. So 3 strikeouts here in this inning for Mike Matthews. Bison Stranheenan at first. No runs on, no hits. Seahawks lead 3-0. We head to the top of the third. O'Malley, DeFusco, and Dacey due up for Salve. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Top of the third here. Seahawks leading 3-0. O'Malley batting for Salve. Swinging at the first pitch, grounded to short. And tossed to first in time to Bouchard. And O'Malley quickly away on one pitch. We've seen that happen twice now, Ryan. Chris, for the Seahawks, swinging at the first pitch and grounding out. You coming to the plate looking for one specific pitch, or do you just see a pitch you like and doesn't matter that's the first pitch, you got to swing at it? Is there a philosophy there? Is it really case by case?
Depends on your approach as a hitter, I would say. I would say coming up to the plate, I would say you either want to be aggressive first pitch or you want to take that pitch and see a couple more. So I'd say it all depends. If you want to be aggressive early on in the inning, potentially get on base, then I'd be aggressive on that first pitch if you like it.
DeFusco hit that one early and he got it to go off the bag at third base. So a well hit single for DeFusco. And now Tristan Dacey bats with one on and one out. DeCenzo delivers outside for a ball. I gotta check on DeFusco. He scampers back to first safe. Count 2-0. Pitch outside, count 3-0.
Packer out.
3-0 pitch, down and away. 4 straight balls offered to Tristan Dacey. DeFusco on to second, and the Seahawks have 2 on with 1 out. Elsewhere in Newport, Salve Regina's softball team trailing right now to Eastern Connecticut State 3-1 in the top of the 6th. Those 2 teams playing a doubleheader as well. Non-conference meeting for Salve with the Warriors. Pitch here to Aremian is outside. 5 straight balls now offered from DeCenzo. He was up to 51 pitches here in the top of the third. The pitch. That one in there for a called strike, and racing back to first was Dacey. Aremian taps this one foul. Count 1-2 with 1 out and 2 on. Seahawks lead 3-0 on 5 hits. The 1-2 in the air, looped towards center, grabbed there by Asenza, and the runners retreat back to their bags. Two down now for Salve, and Jack Betts coming to the plate. Betts is 0 for 1. They check on Dacey again, and he gets back to first safe. On the ground, to second. Fielded there by Cormier. He tosses to Bouchard. And that ends the Seahawks' threat. So Betts grounds out to end the inning. Seahawks lead 3-0. We head to the bottom of the third. Karen, Parent, and Asenza due up for the Bison. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Bottom of the third between Salve Regina and Nichols. Mike Matthews, 3 strikeouts in the bottom of the second. And Chris, he really looked like he settled into a rhythm there in the bottom of that second inning. See if that can continue here.
Absolutely. Matthews always seems to take that first inning as just like extra warm-up pitches and really settles in afterwards.
He gets Karen to swing and miss at the first pitch. David Karen batting .330 on the year. Knocks this one foul, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Breaking ball misses up high. Count 1-2. Matthews kicks and deals. Fouled off.
Matthews, I think, using that curveball as his number one pitch now.
Comes for a breaking ball again. Hit on the ground. Ciesco vacuums it up and fires to O'Malley. One down for the Bison. Hit in the air. DeFusco moving under it and makes the grab to retire Parent. 2 down now for Nichols, and sends it to the plate with no one on the base. Seahawks and Bison came into today tied for 4th place in the conference. Seahawks have jumped a game ahead of them with that 12-2 victory. And the playoff format, the Seahawks would get to host a home game in the playoffs if they can hold on to that 4 spot. Asenza puts this one in the air, and it's going to be out of play and foul into left field. Colton Remian chasing after it, but had no play. Not Colton's natural position. I've only ever seen him play third base. Maybe short in a game somewhere along the way, but I'll have to ask him afterwards the last time he played the outfield. Little League, maybe. This one bounces in to Asenza. Count 3-1.
I think it's safe to say that most of these guys have played outfield at some point in their baseball journey.
Again, put in the air, and Remian is going to have to just watch this one as it goes. A home run shot off a 3-1 pitch for Joe Asenza. And the Bison are on the board. That one went into the parking lot of the Antone Academic Center. That was a shot. And the first hit of the game for Nichols as well. And it comes with 2 outs.
Well, 3-1's the best hitters count, and he really made Matthews pay on that one.
Luckily, it only cost them 1 run. No one else was aboard. This pitch skips away from catch. Quickly 3-0 now to Bouchard. The pitch right down the pipe. Count 3-1. Matthews kicks and delivers. And a breaking ball catches the plate. Count now full, 3-2. Good battle back here from Matthews. A 3-2. Cut on and missed. Fourth strikeout of the game for Matthews. Gets Bouchard to fan, and that ends the third. The Bison, though, do strike a solo homer for Joe Asenza. They're on the board. Seahawks still lead 3-1, and we head to the fourth inning with Ciesco, Ward, and Ketch due up for Salve. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Top of the fourth, Seahawks batting because they are technically the road team here this afternoon, even though this game is being played on their home field. Originally a slate of home games for the Bison. Seahawks going to add some extra home games to their schedule because of this reschedule due to weather. And they lead 3-1 here in Game 2, trying to sweep the Bison. Ciesco puts this one on the ground too short. Heenan has it and fires over in time for the out. Friends of Seahawk Athletics, you're invited to participate in the Seahawk Open. This golf tournament for Salve Regina Athletics is scheduled for next Monday, April 29th at Middletown's Wanamatanomi Golf and Country Club. For more information, please check out the Seahawk Open on our website under the Inside Athletics tab. Once again, the Seahawk Open this coming Monday, April 29th. If you want to join, go on to the Seahawk Athletics website to learn more. Sure to be a great time out at Wanamatanomi. Will you be there, Chris?
I'm not sure. As of right now, I don't really have much of a golf swing, and I never really have, so I might go down and check it out, but I don't know how much I'll be participating in actually golfing.
Ward flies out to right field, and there's two down. Well, I don't think anyone would judge. I don't plan on participating, but if I were, I'd shoot somewhere around 60 over par. So it's one of those. It's all about the fun.
I'd be right there with you.
How about mini golf?
Oh, big fan of mini golf.
Big mini golf guy?
Absolutely. Mini golf is for everyone.
I'd say if you struggle at mini golf, that's more frustrating than struggling at real golf. Mm-hmm. You struggle at real golf, you feel like this should be a simple game. I'm sure people say that about baseball too. Just hit the ball. How does it not happen? Harder than it looks.
It is this lot harder.
Roped into right field over the glove of the first baseman, Dylan Ketch. Is going to be given third base. That ball was scorched. And they might make him come back to two. They're going to rule this a ground rule double. So Ketch fires a ball to right field that then hops out of play. And he's in scoring position with two outs. And here's Zach Smith. Smith hits it too short. Hard hit, but grabbed by Heenan. Tosses high onto first, but stretching is Bouchard, who uses every inch of his 6'2 frame to hold the bag on that one. And that ends the threat. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Bison on the board now. They trail by 2, and they'll go to work. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Bottom of the fourth. Salve Regina leading 3-1 here over Nichols. In game 2 of this Commonwealth Coast Conference doubleheader, Mike Matthews with 4 strikeouts on the afternoon delivers just outside for a ball to Christian Nikari. And Nikari not able to hold up on his swing there. Count will be 1-1. This one knocked foul. Count 1-2. Seahawks with 3 runs in the top of the first. And a solo homer from Joe Asenza in the bottom of the third for the Bison. Breaking ball up high. Count 2-2. Matthews 4 strikeouts and 2 walks given up. Just 1 hit. On the ground, Ward has it. Time to fire over to O'Malley. And Nikari is away. Anderson will bat now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch foul off. Breaking ball inside. Count 1-1. Fouled off again by Anderson. Count 1-2 with 1 out.
And the sun seems to have gone in for the day here, Brother Reynolds Field.
cut on and missed by Anderson. 5th strikeout for Matthews. And yeah, it's really the clouds. It was kind of intermittent clouds in game 1. You'd get the sun poke through, and it would feel like it was actually a beautiful spring day, and then the sun would go back behind the clouds, and it would cool off. And now it's solid cloud cover. Strike here to Cormier. This ball fouled off. Count 0-2. How difficult is it, Chris, as a fielder, an outfielder maybe especially, to try and find the ball sometimes with cloud cover like this?
With cloud cover like this, it depends really on how high the ball is and everything like that, but I'd say it's more difficult to catch it when the sun's in your eyes, as it is sometimes here at Brother Reynolds Field, more so than when it's cloudy as it is right now.
Here's the 1-2. That ball on the corner for a called strike. 6 strikeouts now for Matthews, who is absolutely dealing these last 2 innings. We head to the top of the 5th. Salve Regina leading 3-1 over Nichols, O'Malley, DeFusco, and Dacey. Due up. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Top of the 5th inning here. Sean O'Malley, who's 1 for 2 with 2 RBI in the game, will face Jack DeCenzo. And he will take low for a ball. Low again. Count 2-0. 58 pitches for DeCenzo. Down and away here. 3-0 the count. He's kept the Seahawks off the board after giving up 3 runs in the top of the 1st. Scoreless since then. The 3-0. And their 4 strike.
Both pitchers definitely falling into their grooves since the first few innings.
3 walks, 3 strikeouts for DeCenzo. O'Malley hits this one on the ground to second. An easy play made there for the out. DeFusco now. Fans on the first pitch. Takes up high this time. Count 1-1 with 1 out.
Looks as if that's freshman Brett McAllister behind the Seahawks dugout taking some warm-up swings.
Defusco hits this one to short. Bobbled, and there'll be no play. Heenan bobbling that one. And he doesn't even throw it. Tristan Dacey now with 1 out, and Defusco at first. And that is Brett McAllister taking some swings off to the side of the Seahawks dugout. Dacey hits this one hard in the air, and it's wide of the glove of Karen in left field. And the throw comes in quickly to prevent Defusco from scoring.
Gonna bring up Colton Aremian. They put him on. Intentionally walked.
They're gonna intentionally walk Aremian. So that loads the bases for Jack Betts with 1 out. See if Betts can make him pay. Best scoring chance here for the Seahawks. 1 out, bases loaded. Best opportunity they've had since the first inning. Trying to crack this one open. They lead 3-1. The pitch. Down and inside.
Jack Betts, another one of those, really more of a contact hitter for these Seahawks. We'll see what he can do here. Bases loaded.
DeCenzo delivers and gets a very generous strike call.
Seahawks dugout clearly in disagreement of that.
One fouled. Count 1-2 now to Betts with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it bounces home. Count 2-2. The 2-2 hit on the ground, gobbled at short. Safe at second, and so no throw was able to be made, and now we have a rundown at third coming home, and that'll end the inning. So Betts reaches, Defusco does score, and then Dacey cut down on his way trying to take home, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. Seahawks though get a run back. They lead 4-1. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Salve leading 4-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. Matthews ahead, 0-2 on Heenan. The pitch. Cut on and missed. Another strikeout for Mike Matthews. His 7th of the game. And he's now the Seahawks strikeout leader this season. 50 total on the year. Here comes the 1-0. Down low, count 2-0. This one pop foul. Count 2-1. Swing and a miss from Deschardins. 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss again. 8 strikeouts for Matthews. Two outs now for Karen. The 1-0. That one down low.
Brings the count to 2-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Seahawks leading 4-1.
There's the pitch. On the ground, Ward has it skip off his foot. And so aboard safely is Karen. Two outs, one on. Parent the batter for Nichols. Trailing again by 3 runs. And they're going to call Matthews here for a balk.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're going to step off the rubber to throw over to first, you have to actually throw it. Or else it's a balk.
So that puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Parent fouls off this pitch. Count 0-1. Breaking ball inside. Count 1-1. in there for a called strike. 1-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on for the Bison. Mike Matthews glances back at the runner, now kicks and deals home. Swing and a miss from Parent. 9 strikeouts now for Matthews. Very strong outing for him thus far. That ends the inning. The Bison strand 1. We head to the top of the 6th. Ciesco, Ward, and Ketchjo up for Salve Regina. We'll be back. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Ciesco starts off the top of the 6th by grounding out. And there's one away quickly for Salve Regina.
That brings up Madden Ward. And he'll take an off speed, catch the outside corner of the plate. Count will be 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Seahawks leading 4-1. And the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. One pitch. Swung on. Lined into left field. Hits the fence in the air. And Ward has himself a double.
Well, unfortunate for Ward that the fence is not 2 inches shorter, else he'd have his second home run of the afternoon. But he puts himself in scoring position for Dylan Ketch with 1 out here. Another ball in the air into foul territory, but grabbed in left field by Karen. And there's 2 away. Zach Smith with 2 outs. Seahawks leading 4-1 as the sun pokes out from behind the clouds once again. Smith fouls off the first pitch. Smith will take a strike. That one just barely catching the bottom of the zone. Count 0-2 to Smith.
Zach Smith proving numerous times this year he can hit in any count.
0-2. This time does not get the strike call. Count 1-2. Smith 1 for 3 in the game. Two outs, one on for Salve. And taking off for third. A little bit of a hit and run action there. Ward is going to have to trot back to second.
Ward actually timing up the pitcher there pretty nicely, going to actually steal third base there. Had it. Smith thought that ball was going to be a strike, and he didn't want to go down looking.
Yeah, Ward was basically on top of third base by the time that ball made it to home plate. Smith just barely gets a piece of that one. Count 1-2 with 2 outs.
Battling is Zach Smith up at the plate.
One, 2 count. Just on the corner outside. Good eye by Smith. Count 2-2. Smith hits this one on the ground, taken at third, and the throw will beat him there to Bouchard. And that ends the inning. Seahawks strand Ward at second, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Salve still leading 4-1. Due up Asenza, Bouchard, and Nikari for the Bison. We'll be back.
In a nutshell.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field, and it feels like a completely different day right now. The clouds have vanished, the sun is shining, birds are chirping. As the saying goes in New England, if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes. First pitch swinging into left field is grabbed by DeFusco off the bat of Asenza. Fusco shifting over to left, taking the place of Colton Remian. Zach Barlock now patrolling center field for the Seahawks defensively. Matthews back on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th. He's got 9 strikeouts in the game. This one, hard hit. Barlock calling for it and makes the grab in center. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Matthews making quick work of the Bison after the first inning when he was really settling in. Only one run scored on a home run, solo home run in the 3rd inning. But other than that, pretty spot on day from Matthews.
Delivers down low here, count 1-1. Action in the Seahawks pen. Brett Wilkes is warming there. Matthews delivers here on the ground. Grabbed by Betts. Sidearm sling over to O'Malley. In time. O'Malley must have had his toenails on the bag that time. Seahawks get the out, though, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bison. Salve leading 4-1. Welcome back to Reynolds Field, top of the 7th. I was mistaken there at the end of the last inning. Seahawks batting in the tops of the innings here in this game because they're technically the road team. These games shifted from Dudley, Massachusetts to Newport, Rhode Island. So the Seahawks batting here in the top of the 7th with a 4-1 lead. And both of these games only scheduled for 7 innings. O'Malley is at a 1-1 count. 77 pitches for DeCenzo. O'Malley knocks this one foul. He's 1 for 3. With 2 RBI. Pitch outside, count 2-2. So DeCenzo looking like he's going to pitch all 7 innings. Seahawks do have Brett Wilkes warming in the pen. Mike Matthews has had an excellent afternoon. Let's see if he comes back out for the bottom of the 7th. 9 strikeouts for Matthews. Allowed 1 run on just 2 hits. The one run being a solo homer for Senza. 3-2 outside. And so O'Malley starts off the inning with a walk. Seahawks and Bison were tied 2-2. In game 1. And since then, a 16-1 scoring run for Salve. And the bats have been lively all day. Beniers is going to pinch run here for O'Malley with DeFusco at the plate. And an 0-1 count. They will check on him, and he dives back to first safe. Knocked foul by DeFusco. Behind in the count, 0-2. With no outs here in the top of the 7th. And that pitch skips away from Desjardins, and Berniers will just easily trot down to second base. Count 1-2 now to DeFusco. Seahawks looking to tack on a little insurance. The pitch cut on and missed by DeFusco. And there's one out. Tristan Dacey will bat now for Salve.
Takes that first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Goes down 0-1. One out here, top of the 7th. Berniers still on second.
DeCenzo delivers. That one skips home as well. And racing back is Berniers to second. Good job there by Desjardins to find the ball, and heads up play to try and gun out Berniers at second. Thrown out in time, though. Dacey 0 for 2 in the game. Does have an RBI. This pitch down and away for a ball. Knocked foul. Count 2-2. And Dacey will watch this one bounce into the plate. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Seahawks with a runner on. That's Berniers at second. And Dacey, he'll just get the end of the bat on that one. Foul it off. This will be the 92nd pitch for DeCenzo. They do have action in their pen. Do the Bison. Here's the 3-2. Cut on in, missed by Dacey. That's a big strikeout for DeCenzo. With the full count. And it's 2 down now. Isaac Blanford is the pitcher who was warming up for the Bison. Here's Zach Barlock at the plate. And he looks to lay down a bunt. And he hits it foul. Owen won the count with 2 outs. The pitch. Breaking ball up high. Count 1-1. Seahawks trying to complete a sweep of the Bison here today and secure their position in that number 4 spot, which would earn themselves a home playoff game. Swing and a miss from Barlock. Right now, Western New England on top of the conference, followed by Endicott at 8-3 in CCC play. Roger Williams 7-4-1. Seahawks, if they can hang on here, will be 7-5. And 2 games left against Curry, who is right now sitting in the basement of the conference standings at 1-7-1. Barlock hits this one in the air, but right to Asenza and center. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th. The Bison have their last gasp. Anderson, Cormier, and Heenan due up for Nichols when we return for the bottom of the 7th. Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Bottom of the 7th, Seahawks trying to close out the sweep here of the Bison. Mike Matthews back out on the mound to try and complete this game. And he gets a strike call here against Anderson. Anderson, Cormier, and Heenan due up for the Bison. And Matthews is ahead 0-2. Trying to pitch a complete game. Seahawks have had Brett Wilkes warming for a while if they need to go to him. The 0-2. Cut on and missed. Strikeout number 10 for Matthews. That pitch inside to Cormier. Two 2-0 the count now, as the sun has once again danced behind the clouds. Matthews winds and deals the 2-0. Up high, count 3-0. We'll see how long the leash is for Matthews. He's pitched to Jem, just the one mistake, a home run to Asenza. But 10 strikeouts. He gets a strike call there. Still behind 3-1 to Cormier. Comes to the fastball on the ground. Betts has it at third. Fires over to Zach Smith, who's now playing first base. And the Bison are down to their final out. Smith moving to first base here in this inning. Lounsbury taking his place in right field, replacing the pinch runner Beniers. Matthews to face Heenan. That pitch got away from him. Misses up high. Count 1-0. Seahawks trying to complete the sweep of the Bison. Fastball from Matthews. In there for a strike. Count 1-1. Swing and a miss from Heenan. And now the Bison down to their final strike. Matthews trying to pitch a complete game. Kicks and deals and delivers the 1-2. Cut on and missed. 11th strikeout of the afternoon from Mike Matthews, who pitched an absolute gem. And the Seahawks complete an afternoon sweep here of the Bison to improve to 18-13 overall, but more importantly, 7-5 in the CCC, and drop the Bison to 5-7 in conference play. Chris, what are your thoughts on both of these games, but maybe more specifically get into what Mike Matthews was able to put together here in Game 2?
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. I mean, that first game was really just a showing of the Seahawks offense. Really no doubt at any point in the game. And here in the second game, Matthews really keeping the Seahawks up in this game, I'd say. Dominating with the use of that curveball. I'd say the majority of his pitches were that dominating curveball. And, you know, he's struck out the side on multiple occasions, and that helped the Seahawks to retain their lead when the offense, less so than the first game, producing hits and such.
Seahawks offense was explosive in that first game. They won 12-2 4-1 here in Game 2. They got off to a quick start, 3 runs in the first inning. And then they tacked on another in the top of the 5th. The lone run in this game from the Bison was an Asenza solo homer. The one mistake you could say that Mike Matthews made, but otherwise an excellent afternoon for him. Next up for Salve Regina, they will play Johnson and Wales this Thursday in a non-conference match. That game's slated for a 3:30 p.m. start. And then a rash of road games, a CCC showdown up in Milton against Curry on the 27th, at Worcester State on the 30th, and then the Commonwealth Coast Conference playoffs will begin that following week, and the Seahawks, with the wins here today, have put themselves in the driver's seat to hosting a playoff game, maybe more, depending on how the rest of the conference schedule shakes out. For now, though, I'd like to thank our entire staff and production crew. Logan Marsh has been your producer. I'd like to thank Chris Ryan for joining me on the broadcast and providing you camera work here this afternoon as well. Hope you enjoyed this one, folks. The Seahawks sweep 2 games from Nichols College. I am Andrew Pizzelli. Have a good night, everyone.